Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Here's our 10 palettes that I wouldn't want to get rid of. And so it was very hard to pick out 10 palettes that I would never get rid of. And I had to really think of 10 palettes. So the first one was the Too Faced. This is pretty neutral. This is the Sparkling Pineapple little palette, but the formula in this, I need to play with the purple Razzle Dazzle palette. I only used it once, but I haven't really fully experimented with that one truly. But this one I played with quite a bit and I really did enjoy it. I still yet to play with it this year, but I really love this color right here, that green. It's really pretty. The formula is way better than, you know, these type of palettes, but this palette is actually really good. The Pumpkin Spice palette is really pigmented and I like the fall colors in it. But if I had to really choose, and I mostly like colorful palettes, I would actually choose this one because I love the formula in this palette the most of Too Faced. So that's why I picked it. I really do enjoy Makeup Revolution palettes, like all of them so far. And this one's the Constellation Palette, and this is what the color story looks like. It's really unique color story. I really do like it. I enjoy this palette. When it first came out, I used this a lot. I used it recently and I really enjoyed it. Still works good. Still love the color story. I need to play with it more, but this is my one of my favorites out of this collection, out of the 10, and I like their cheaper palettes too. This brand is really good. I do enjoy it. It was hard to pick one out of what I have. And Hot Topic, I really like their new formula, but if I had to really choose, I would like this Nickelodeon palette because I am the last bit of the 89, so I grew up mostly in the 90s, and this is what this color story looks like. I really do like the formula in this palette. When I first got it, I really did enjoy it, but then I got into makeup, and so I explored a lot after I got this palette from Hot Topic. But this was really cute. I love the packaging on this. So I probably will never get rid of that one. And this was really hard to choose, but the Norvina Volume 1 I picked because I did like the color that I chose in my eye look. This is really good. Out of all of the ABH Anastasia palettes, I think these ones would have to be my new favorite because there's less fallout. There's so much pigment. You don't have to work really at building up because it's already built up. That's why it's called Pro Pigment. You just like a little bit goes a long way with this palette. I really do enjoy these palettes. I really did like this. The color story, I like the volume 3 a lot better with the color story, but the eye look that I created with this, I really did enjoy more. So I highly recommend like a lot of ABH palettes, but this one, these Pro Pigment ones are really good. Hip Dot, I only have like a couple, and I really do enjoy this Hip Dot SpongeBob palette. The color story and the packaging really is good. I love the formula they have in these palettes, are really nice. So I highly recommend it. I really love the color story. Very pigmented. Like all of these are really good in pigmentation. BH, I like most of all of their palettes as well that I have in my collection. So I picked this one because this was like my first BH palette that I fell in love with BH after that, and it has 120 shadows. They are very small pans, but these are very pigmented, very nice, shimmery, and I love the color story in these ones, of course, because they're colorful. They have neutral ones, but I have edition 1 and 2 so far, and I highly recommend these ones. These were my first ones, and then I just like wanted more of their BH, so I went a little crazy. But I haven't bought from BH website before, and it's tempting, but I really do enjoy these ones right here, and most of their palettes as well. Colourpop Villains. These are really good. The Misunderstood palette. Love the color story. I do like quite a few of what I have in my collection. I really do like the formula. I think I'm getting more used to this formula, even though it's really good. I'm liking this color story. I will never get rid of this. No. Never getting rid of this one. The Juvia's Place Wahala palette, and I've been wanting this palette since it came out, so this was like the second restock, and I just had to get it. I just had to. I like the other Wahala number 2. I like that one as well. I like all of their Juvia's Place palettes as well. They have really good. I highly recommend their palettes as well, and Glamlight as well. I picked out the ice cream one because I do like the pastels in this palette. Very pretty. I like the color story. I was debating on the Michaela palette or this one, so I picked this one because I like the pastels in here. I do love the Michaela one though. I highly recommend the ones that I have so far on their Glamlight. Formula is just perfect. All these formulas are so good. Like Morphe, I'm starting not to like, but this Morphe Such a Gem palette is one of my favorites out of all of them. I highly recommend this one. It's huge. It's huge, but the color story is beautiful. I love pinks and purples, so I had to get this. You can do some beautiful glamorous looks, some dark. I like to mix black and purple together, but I highly recommend this palette out of all of the Morphes that I have, because everybody loves Jaclyn Hill, but I think this one, the color story. I was debating on getting the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, but I was like, no, I like this. I like the more grungier, you know, darker tone looks, and not the bright. If I was going to go into bright colors, I would probably dig into something like this to get more color and brightness. But, you know, as I like darker tones, I really do like, you know, these palettes. I would never get rid of most of my palettes. Like, I love all of these, so it was hard to choose 10 of them that I would never get rid of. No. This is my new favorite. I only did one look of it, but the pigmentation is wow. It's a must-have to get one of these. I love the little mini one. I have volume 3 of the mini, and I was like, what was I missing? The full size of it too is amazing. I know it's a hit or miss on Hot Topic, but if I really had to choose out of all of my Hot Topics, I would get another one, but they don't sell these no more. I would never get rid of it. This color story, again, little dark, grungy looks. I like the grungy dark. If I wanted to go into colorful looks, I have that as well. Very little on neutrals, you know. So I have like a little neutral palette, but this formula is really good. I got this at Marshall's for $15, half the price, because usually it's $30. So if you can find Too Faced, these little ones, I want to get the new one. I don't know what it's called though, but it's one of these, and I just want one. So yeah, that is the 10 pounds I will never get rid of, and there's plenty more, of course, but those are like the top, for now, brands and palettes I choose. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment to my channel. Bye for now.